Hi everyone, hope you are all doing good. In this video, we are going to see about Class 7 Science Chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants. In this chapter, we are going to learn nutrition, modes of nutrition. In modes of nutrition, two things are there. One is autotrophic, another one is heterotrophic. Under the autotrophic, we are going to learn about photosynthesis. Under heterotrophic, we are going to learn about insectivorous plant, parasitic plants and saprophytic and symbiosis. And the last topic of our chapter is how to replenish the soil. That means how to retain the soil fertility. We all know that all living organisms need food to survive. That means to live. Some can prepare their own food. Suddenly you might be thinking about green plants. They can prepare their own food. Some have to depend upon other living organisms like plants or other animals. For example, cow, it has to depend upon the plants for their food. And lion, they have to depend upon the deer for their food. But that lion is indirectly depends upon plant. Why? Because deer is eating grass. Therefore, we can say that all animals directly or indirectly depends upon plants. All living organisms are taking food to perform various functions. For example, they help the plants or animals to grow, and next they repair their damaged cell to repair the food. We need food, and the other life processes like respiration, like photosynthesis. Even in photosynthesis, they need energy. If there is no energy, the plant can't do photosynthesis. Okay, so for all these things, they need food. This food contains various nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, fats, and minerals. Now we are going to see about nutrition, the mode of taking food. That means nutrition means mode of taking food by an organism, means in which way, whether in plants photosynthesis is there, in animals they are gazing that, okay, that is mode of taking food, and it is utilization by the body. That means after taking the food, how the body is using the food is called nutrition. According to the mode of nutrition, the plants are divided into two categories, that is autotrophic, another one is heterotrophic. In autotrophic, auto means own, trophic means nutrition. Under this, the plants can prepare, that means normal plants, not green plants, can prepare their own food. Heterotrophic, hetero means other, nutrition means, tropic means nutrition. So, in this plant obtain nutrition from other organisms or other things, that we are calling it as heterotrophic. I already said that only green plants can prepare their own food. Other plants means whether it is non-green plants means which does not have chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? A green pigment present in the leaves or plants are called as chlorophyll. That is one of the most important component, essential component for performing photosynthesis. You all know that what is photosynthesis. In the lower class you might be studying that green plants prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Now we are going to see about what is photosynthesis, how it is performed in the plant's body. That is, in one part only this photosynthesis will be performed, that is in leaf. So the leaf is called as kitchen of plant, or it is also called as food factories. Photosynthesis, photo means light, synthesis means combined together. That means in photosynthesis, sunlight is required. That is one of the most important thing. That's why we are giving the name photo. Photo means here it denotes the sunlight. So sunlight is used. So four things are essential for performing photosynthesis. One is sunlight, next is chlorophyll, next is water, and then carbon dioxide. I always ask my students why we need carbon dioxide for performing photosynthesis. We can take oxygen also, no? Why they need only carbon dioxide? Because at the end of photosynthesis, the plants store their food in the form of starch, or it is in the form of glucose. That is not stored form, it is a food form, and stored food is starch. Okay, so this both has carbon in their element. Carbon is the most important element. That's why they need carbon dioxide in the photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, green plants prepare their food with the help of water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Why we are saying that sunlight and chlorophyll presence? Because chlorophyll it is already there in the leaf, and sunlight it is also available. That's why we are calling it as presence sunlight and chlorophyll. What about water and carbon dioxide? Waters and minerals are absorbed by the root from the soil, and this water is transported to the stem, and from the stem it is transported to the leaf through the vessels. Vessels means a tissue like structure will be there, and that structure the water will be transported. There is a special tubular structure, means pipe like structure will be there in root, stem and leaf that transport only water. That vessel is called xylem. Next, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is taken by the stomata. Stomata is a small pore-like structure. Pore means opening-like structure present on the surface of the leaf, and this helps in gaseous exchange during photosynthesis. That is to take in carbon dioxide and to give out oxygen. That also it helps. And during transpiration, what is transpiration? That means when the plant absorbs or plant is having excess water, they remove their excess water through this stomata. That process is called as transpiration. That's why even in summer or even in daytime, even in hot sunny day, when you stand near the shadow, you will feel some coolness because of this transpiration process. The stomata is protected by the guard cell that is present on the outer surface of the opening and closing of the stomata. Now the water absorbed by the root that reaches the leaf. In leaf there is one side that is chlorophyll. Inside chloroplast will be there. It is a part of a leaf cell. Chloroplast is a which gives green color, that already I said chlorophyll. So that side they will reach, and the carbon dioxide which taken by the stomata that also reaches the chloroplast, that is site of the photosynthesis. Site means place. Okay, chlorophyll that also trap the sunlight. Now what happens inside the chloroplast? That sunlight, water and carbon dioxide combine together and undergoes some chemical reaction, and they forms glucose. And excess of food means more glucose that they store in the form of this food they prepared in the photosynthesis are stored in the form of starch. When I use the word chloroplast, you might get confused. What is chloroplast? Let me explain about this properly. Basically, all animal cell or plant cell, they are having three common things, that is cell membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. All cell, you all know that we plants and animals are multicellular organisms. In that each and every cell has this three components, that is cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. What is cell membrane? It is the outer covering of the cell. And cytoplasm, it is a jelly-like substance present in the cell. Okay, inside the cell, like how we are having blood, like that. And cell membrane, it acts like a skin. Okay, and next is nucleus. Nucleus is the most important part of the cell, that it acts like a brain. How our brain is giving that comments that go there. If our eye is seeing a mango, or if your eye sees some attractive things, what your brain says, you take it, you don't take it. Like that our brain is suggesting, according to that our other body parts are working like that. This nuclear, according to the nucleus suggestion, this other body cell parts of cell will work. Membrane that allows the entry or exit of certain membrane like that, and cytoplasm is present only for the movement of the element passing the messages inside the cell. Okay, so now here some differences are there. The plant cell is different from animal cell. Okay, plant cell have some extra body parts, sorry, cell parts, that is cell wall, and vacuoles are bigger because they are storing their food, but animals are not storing their food, right? They are just utilizing their food, whatever food they are getting. Okay, so plants store their food. And next is plastid. Plastid means it is a substance that is of different ways, means that gives colorful things to the plants. For example, in plants you can see colorful flowers, colorful fruits, leaves, green color. Among that, one plastid is chloroplastid, that is chlorophyll, that helps, that plays a most important role in photosynthesis. Let's see the chemical equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives starch, that is a form of glucose, and oxygen. That arrow beside the oxygen represent that it is gas. Now you imagine that without photosynthesis what our world will be, what happened to the earth. What will happen? Oxygen is balanced in the earth by photosynthesis. Even though 21% oxygen is there in the earth, that is maintained only because of plant. Okay, we are getting oxygen from the plants, and next we are getting food from the plant. Each and every living organism, they are depending upon plants for food. And what we human beings are doing? We are cutting the plants. Am I right? And we are destroying the plant. We are making the industries. We are developing the country. But we are not planting any plant. Think, if it is happening slowly, what will happen? There won't be any plant exist on the earth, and slowly it will be danger for all living organism. I am not against urbanization or industrialization, but I am saying that at least we have to plant one plant in every home to maintain the mother nature. Next, let's start the topic how we will test whether starch is produced in the leaf or not. This you had studied in class 6 NCERT science, that is iodine is the only solution to test any type of starch test. Whenever the test starch they are saying, na, you blindly say that iodine is the solution. When you add iodine with any of the component of food material, if they contain starch, they will give blue black color. So 3 things you should remember when the starch test come. Iodine solution we will use. What will be the result? Blue black color of that test. If blue black color is there, then starch is present. If it is not there, then starch is absent. Test we are going to perform in the leaf, whether the leaf contains starch or not. Okay, in the 2 potted plant we are taking that. In 1 potted plant we are keeping outside, one we are keeping for 3-4 days inside a dark room, and afterwards we are removing this plant outside, and we are taking this leaf as well as the leaf leaf of the plant which we kept outside. Okay, both the leaves we are taking, and we are putting in the boiling water. Why to boiling water? Because to make the leaf soft. Okay, in that we are putting in the ethyl alcohol, boiling with the ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol removes the chlorophyll. Why we are removing the chlorophyll? Because we want to observe the color, whether it is starch positive or not, starch is present or not. So we are removing the chlorophyll color. After removing the chlorophyll, we will wash it, and after removing that, we are spreading in a plate. A small plate will be there, that we are calling it as wash glass, and then we are adding the iodine solution. Now you can see that the plant which is outside, that will give blue black color, and the plant which was in the dark room, they won't give any color because they used their food. Okay, what they stored food. But this plant is daily preparing their food. That's why it gives starch positive. Starch positive means gives blue-black color. In this way, we will confirm the presence of starch in any food component or leaf, etc. That plant which kept in dark room, it already used the starch, that way it shows the negative. I hope you understand my explanation, and here comes the end of the video. In next video, we will see about the heterotrophic plants and types and how to replenish the soil fertility. Okay, see you in the next video. Till that, have a small recapitulation. Thank you.